me. And the call to action today is that we have a new single that came out recently. It came out last week. And I want you to go to our YouTube channel, which is World Electronica Music. I've also put the link in different chats on different streams. And that is the best place to see the new lyric video for A Curious Time, which is our latest single that released last week. So we're still in the month of November, and it's the month of Thanksgiving. And for me, that is about staying in gratitude and being grateful for what I have. And as far as being an artist and a musician, I'm very grateful for all of the collaborations that I've had over the years. Today, we are going to look at a track that's featuring an artist, a music producer, a composer by the name of Eric Obenthaler. And he is a Bay Area musician at the moment. And at the time, I've known about him for years. Many years ago, I actually saw him perform with a band called Gamelan X. And he played the synth bass at the time, and I thought he was a really amazing musician. And then I also really enjoyed the work he was doing with Kristen Pixon. She was writing the vocals, and he was doing all the production. Just really, really cool stuff. So now I really appreciated him as a musician, and I loved his work over the years. Now it was about 5 years ago, I became friends with him because I was best friends with one of his housemates. And I began to frequently attend house concerts they were having, and also quite a few jam sessions. And during these jam sessions, I found out that he turned out to be an excellent trumpet player. So I hired him to lay down some solos on riffs on top of one of my tracks. This track is called Quick Time. It's a kind of a medley of sorts. It's only 3 minutes long, but it's like 6 clips of songs blended together, kind of like a DJ flipping through 20 seconds of a song. And so for a musician especially, this can be quite a challenging and daunting task, because it's almost like you have to treat each part like a separate song. Now, EO is a longtime musician. He rose up and dealt well with all these parts. And I think that QuickTime is definitely a very fitting title from this track. So what I wanted to do now is that I actually took some footage while we were recording his trumpet parts in his recording studio. So I'm going to flip over to that footage, and we're going to watch some of the process as he's recording trumpet over the track. Okay, Instagram, you're not going to get to see that much, but you'll get to hear it. All right, here we go. Yeah, so then he was kind of like transitioning to the next part. When you finally hear the track, you'll figure that out. So I was going to go out of this part, and let's see. I was going to go to the next one, and let's look at another part of the recording session. So let's see. That one. View full screen. Okay, let's hear what this one's all about. I'm going to stop it here and we're going to go to one more part of the recording session. It's kind of fascinating for me too. It's been a long time. This was probably 2017. Did this recording. Let's do the full screen. You're just going to leave that, right? That's the silent part?
Come again?
Is that the silent part? You're not playing on this part, right?
Well, the silent part that I had originally said was this one that held the long note held through, and then I just stopped.
All right.
So, but I think it should. I think maybe another break right here. Because it's got so many wacky elements.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe I come in here.
Really slowly, just slowly introduce yourself, kind of come in.
Yeah.
And then we go to the weird part.
And then this is more like...
That's more of that, whatever...
I did a call and response, but then I was thinking about going more soloistic for this.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So I basically had brought in the track about a week before we did the session. He didn't listen to it much, but enough to kind of get a fair, rough idea of how it was going. Most of it he did just during our short recording session. So it was super cool. That's fun watching that. I'm glad I do those recording sessions. I recommend any of you who does creative work that you get a chance to actually record what you're doing and the process around it. That was pretty special to look through that footage today. Okay, so now we get to actually listen to the track. And I bounce on my ball. For those of you who know, I use a yoga ball a lot. So we can move around a little bit and listen to this amazing trumpet player named EO. So here we go. Ah, yeah, that's a sweet track. So many different little journeys, like that's a whole, so many different little parts on that. But Yo did just an amazing job. So I want to thank you once again for joining me. I go live once a week on Fridays around 6 o'clock. And I want to encourage you all, I'm going to put this again. I'm going to show this on the socials, it's in the comments, it's on a fair amount. I go to the World Electronica Music, which is our website, YouTube website, and up there is the newest lyric video for A Curious Time, which is our new single that just released last week. And then I say next week, actually new month, December, we're looking at, it's winter time, there's a chill in the air, it's also, maybe a little spirit of fighting and war. We have a really special guest joining me next week. Her name is Sharon Harris, and she has just written a book called The Art of War for Creatives, and it's strategies for success for creative people. Really interesting woman. She's been in the music scene for a really long time. So join me next Friday at 6 to check out what Sharon Harris has to say. So goodbye for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next week. Keep bouncing.